Hello, my name is Betty from Astrology with Betty, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about what is going on in the heavens and what we can expect and how we can best navigate this energy. This year, 2018, has been pretty intense for everybody. We've had Mars retrograde, back to back with Venus retrograde, and then a Mercury retrograde, all following suit, right, one after the other. It's been a lot of revisiting, reviewing, rehashing, a lot of self-analysis and what's working, what's not working. Am I not doing it right? Is my partner not doing it right? Should I stay at this job? Should I stay in this relationship? Everything's been very intense and very on the forefront. Also, we had Jupiter in Scorpio, and it was just bringing up everything from the depths to be reevaluated and rehashed and to really be looked at. And now Jupiter has moved into Sagittarius, which is wonderful, very benevolent. However, given that said, Jupiter and the Sun and Mercury are currently all conjoined in the heavens. Mercury is retrograde, and they're all squaring Mars and Neptune in Pisces. So I'm going to start out talking about this. I'm also going to talk about the nodes of fate and the cardinal grand cross. So we're going to start out talking about what's going on now. Now, like I said, Sagittarius is a wonderful sign. Sagittarius is beautiful. They seek the truth. And Jupiter in Sagittarius is wonderful. It's expansion. It's joy. It's jovial. I always think of Sagittarius, Jupiter in Sagittarius, as the ghost of Christmas present. In the movie, The Scrooge, when everything is displayed so abundantly, and there's so much laughter and joy and food and just abundance of everything. And that's wonderful. And so now we're going to consider we have Mercury retrograde joining with this. Now, Mercury doesn't really like to be in the sign of Sagittarius. It's not easy because it feels like it constantly has to spit out everything it thinks. And it feels like if it's not saying everything that crosses through its head, then it's lying. And that's not true. So we have to be careful because it can be a little bit of foot in mouth syndrome, especially conjunct the Sun and Jupiter. Now, we also have to realize that we have this squaring Mars and Neptune in Pisces. So I really want to caution everybody. You need to be careful about who you're listening to. You need to be careful about who is telling you things and why. Why are they telling you these things? Do they have an ulterior motive? Could they be lying? Also, sometimes people are lying and they don't even realize that they're lying. Maybe that's the way that they see it. You know, truth is different for everybody. What is the truth? The truth, and Sagittarius is always looking for the truth. Now, the shadow side of this can be, my truth is the truth. If you don't see things the way that I see them, if you don't, conform to what I'm telling you, then, then we're going to have problems. You might go to hell, all of that kind of stuff. It's the guru who's actually a cult leader, because now this is the negative side. There's also a lot of positive, but I want this to be a warning. I want people to be aware of this energy, because it can create a really big party vibe, but a lot of escapism. Because this has been a very challenging year. A lot of people have had losses, a lot of changes, very disruptive situations. And now a lot of people are trying to cope with what's going on, what's happened. And so I would just say right now, listen to what people have to say. Why not? But take everything with a grain of salt and always consider what are their motives. And always do research before you just accept something. Is this true? If they're telling you something about somebody or a situation, find out for yourself. Is it true? Or do I just really want to believe this right now because it would make things easier? Like I said, there's a lot of loss that has just transpired, and we're in an in-between phase. So also, you've got to be wary of the escapism with all this Pisces squaring Jupiter. That's like, let's party, let's just get drunk and watch the world burn, and within moderation. So try to keep your head on your shoulders, because I want to bring this now to the cardinal grand cross, because this is a big one. This is huge. This is Uranus is in Aries at 20, has backed up back into Aries at 29 degrees. Now I want you to pay attention. These are all 29 degrees. These are critical degrees. So this is not a dress rehearsal. This is time, these things that we do now over the next month or two, and the decisions that we make and the way that we handle events, especially shocking, disruptive events, things that maybe we weren't planning on, they will be ghosts and reverberations of things that have already occurred. But so what could happen is you could be out and all of a sudden you are confronted with somebody that you have unfinished business with. And so how you handle that, so just keep your cool. That's what I'm saying. Everybody keep their cool, keep calmer heads prevail, because this is what we're doing now. Now, Uranus is change. It's lightning. It's the hex breaker. It's the awakener, but it's sudden, out of the blue, unexpected events, circumstances, situations, information. Now it's squaring the nodes of fate. The North Node has just moved into the sign of Cancer, and the South Node is in Capricorn. So what you really want to do now, we're being called to pay a lot of attention to the North Node in Cancer. Follow your heart. Always listen to your heart. This can be challenging with all of the Sagittarius energy. There's can be a lot of ego, a lot of puffing up. Well, I don't care, and I'm just going to power through. And a lot of escape is a lot of lying to ourselves, maybe. So just always check in with your heart. Check in, make sure it feels good in your gut and in your heart, not just something you want to tell yourself to get through the day, because like I said, the events and the situations and the decisions that we make now are going to change the course of our lives. This is an exciting time, and it's a wonderful time. But I just want you to have this information, because you need to keep positive. You need to keep your head on your shoulders. And yes, it's December and everybody wants to have a great time. And by all means, I'd love to have a wonderful time. But just remember to keep your feet on the ground. Maybe not overindulge. It's going to be quite easy to overindulge in food and alcohol and lots of things. So overspending. So now just be aware. Now Venus is now direct, but she still has to cover her shadow period. So she's going to come for her third pass. She's going to again oppose Uranus, and this time squaring the nodes of fate. So this is anything to do with our relationships, our finances, our business, anything that we hold dear, our values, to our heart, anything that we hold dear. It's going to come across again with Uranus. Shock. Just wow, I didn't see this coming, and what's happening? Now it's square. So that's why I want to, again, just remember, keep your wits about you. Always try to remember, don't function from your ego. It's not that important, because these decisions that you make are going to affect the rest of your life. You don't want to look back in the years to come and say, oh, I wish that I just would have handled myself a little bit better and I didn't just react out of a knee-jerk reaction. Mercury is going to cross over the Sun and Jupiter, okay? And then it's going to go direct, and it's going to come back over again. So anything that you're hearing now about, and things can also seem like too good to be true. If something seems too good to be true, especially right now, it probably is. So just remember that Venus has not cleared her shadow. Don't make any huge decisions when it comes to relationships, partnerships, or money, jobs, and anybody who has ended a relationship or anything, you're going to get maybe another opportunity for some conversations, whether it's closure or just revisiting, and expect all of this to happen. Now, but do expect the unexpected, but also be prepared. Make sure that you're steady, make sure that you're grounded, and make sure that you're functioning from your heart. Now, the next 12 months, we're going to have the nodes. And this means that this is a time to really get centered in our hearts and letting go. Right now, Capricorn, that ride is closed. We want to focus not so much on rules and structure and the status quo and the way things have always been, because they don't work. So a lot of people will try to hold on to that, where it has to be this way, dogmas, religions, structures, the way that things have always been. And not working. Now it's the time, and this is feminine energy. This is the goddess energy, and it's not, men have feminine energy as well. It's nothing against men. But now it's time to really dive into the divine feminine. Listen to your instinct, your intuition, and really let the light from your heart guide you. That's what this is calling for. This energy is calling for us to really be more nurturing. This is the North Node in Cancer. It's the nodes of the moon, and Cancer rules the moon. This is beautiful. This is intuition. This is nurturing. This is love. This is the power that you don't see, which is much more powerful than the power that you do see. There's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of synchronicities that go on behind the scenes. So trust them and trust your gut. And right now, Neptune has just gone direct. So I want to bring a lot of attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. You can use them as a check-in for what you're being told and what's going on in the world. If you're getting any kind of messages in your dreams, believe them. Believe your heart. Believe yourself. This is a time to really, yes, be social and have a great time. Why not? But take everything with a grain of salt. Again, ask yourself, is this person, why are these people telling me these things? Because there's going to be a lot of, and in the mutable signs, it's kind of, it can be maybe like, I don't, and I love all of the signs. I'm not putting them down, but the shadow side can be a lot of emotional manipulation. And, you know, with Pisces, it could be a lot of victim martyring, this kind of stuff. So just if somebody's trying, if the conversation doesn't feel good, then maybe just excuse yourself and walk away and wait to a different time. It's maybe wait until Mercury goes direct. But again, this is a wonderful time for creative endeavors. If you're writing a book, or if you're a musician, or any kind of creative projects, you know, vision, meditating, dreaming, this is a wonderful time for that. Use this month and really go within. Keep a dream journal. Right now is very beneficial to do that. Pay attention to your dreams because they are giving you information. So I guess that's pretty much all that I wanted to say right now. I'm going to do another video soon on the new moon coming in Sagittarius, which is going to be beautiful, conjunct Jupiter. And so you get ready to set your intentions. Okay, we're going to get ready to set our intentions big, for big, expansive, to draw in any kind of expansion and truth and philosophy. This is time to really level up your consciousness. So be on the lookout for that video, and I wish you all a very blessed December and happy holidays. Thank you.